Hello everybody and welcome to Motor Gear X again. First of all, I'd just like to go over the Weekend Warriors. I'm going to show you one that I've done. Ford Transit Smiley. It came to me in a poor state. I bought it locally in the northeast. It was psychedelic. The mirrors were purple. The scuttle panel was purple. I think a couple of hippies had been living in it and what have you. It was in real poor state. I had no MOT. It was drivable, but just I drove it back from where I bought it from, and it was making a hell of a noise, hell of a grinding noise. I thought it was a wheel bearing, but I'll tell you later on what it was. The paintwork was really faded. It was almost like a grey white when I got it. The inside could do with a good clean up. Like I say, it was psychedelic. There was like purple bits and pieces all over, purple and white. Mainly white, but bits of purple all over it. The wheel trims were purple, the mirrors were purple, the scuttle was purple. It just looked, to me, like a bloody eyesore, to be quite honest. But I bought it cheap, and I bought it cheap to do up, to sell. So what I ended up doing was I ended up getting it back, driving it back here. It had low mileage. It was roughly about 92,000 miles on an old Smiley. It actually drove quite well, other than the noise. Handbrake didn't work. So I get it back here. I done a full pre-MOT check on it. What I had to do in the end, before I'd done anything, was U-brake cable. It was the one with the adjuster on in the middle. It had snapped. Two back ones were right, but the middle, the adjuster in, snapped. Ended up putting a ball joint on, brand new brake pipes, going across the back and down the middle. End up putting two prop shaft bearings on. That's what the grinding was, the prop shaft bearing. They're like a U, shape of a U, with a big massive bearing, bung, like a donut, with a bearing in the middle. And there's two of them. And it was the back one, which was grinding like, and in fact, it was grinding that badly, it was bouncing as well, all over the place. So I had to renew that, because I bought a rear wheel bearing, took it off, spun, jacked the back of the Transit up, spun the wheel, and I couldn't hear nothing. So I'd done the other side, spun it, couldn't hear nothing. But what I'd done was, spun it, jacked it up, made sure it was secure, started it, got a friend to put it into first gear and gently reel, and I could hear it straight away. I was kneeled down and I could hear it straight away. Looked underneath, so I renewed both of the UJs, the prop shaft bearings. Weren't easy to do, but I'd done them. I ended up doing some welding to it as well, under the steps, both side steps, I believe, and a bit down the side where the side loading door is. I ended up doing the full stretch underneath. I'm not a perfect welder, but my welding was MOT passable. It was good enough, and I ended up Z-batting the full underneath. And then what I'd done after that was I ended up getting 3 litres of 2-pack paint, and I thought I'll give it a blow over, because it just looked a total mess. So I thought I'll brighten it up, got some diamond white, 3 litres of diamond white from the place where I worked, because we were doing paint at the time. We don't now, but we used to do paint. So I got 3 litres of diamond white and 2-pack. What I'd done was, to be quite honest, my friend had a house, and he had loads of land around him, and it was a sunny day. So I said to him one day, I just said out of the blue, I says, how about if I bring my van down, my camper van down, and we'll paint it outside. And that's exactly what we've done. Got it down early one morning, rubbed it down. I bought like a little DA, electric DA thing, from Lidl or Aldi or one of the two. It was only cheap, about 15 quid. He had his own, so he started one side, I started the other side, and we DA'd the full van down. Then we panel wiped it, and then we masked it. This is all in one day. And then what we've done was, he's the painter, I'm not a painter, I can do a bit, but he's the painter. So what he'd done was he put, we put I think it was 1.5 litres or something of barrier paint, barrier coat on it, just to be in case it didn't react. So he'd done that first, wait for it drying. It was a lovely warm day. Wait for that to dry, it dried, lovely. Then he got the undercoat, put the undercoat on, white undercoat, put that on, and then blasted the 2-pack after when that dried over the top of it. And as you can see from the result, that's what it ended up like. For a lot of hard graft, a lot of hard work. I've done it over, because with working Monday to Friday, and also sometimes Saturdays, I've done it over a period of 4 weekends, 5 weekends, if that, in the summer. And the finished result speaks for itself. My whole intention was to buy it to sell it, so I put on eBay and sold straight away. Sorry, it did sell straight away. Sorry, I didn't put it on eBay. I sold it to a passerby who seen me doing it up, and then he asked me if I was selling it. I said I am. At the end of it, at the end of the project, at the end of the project, he came out to see it, had a look at it, and then he ended up buying it. But this was like an elderly couple, and they thought they'll go away like weekends and just put her about on the weekends. So I ended up selling it to them. I'd done them a good deal. I took their car in part exchange, and they had it for about 6 months. Yeah, about 6 months they had it. And they come to me one day and says, look, we've had our fun with the camper. It's not really for us, because one of them was falling into a bit of ill health, the person who was driving it. So they asked me as a favour if I would sell it for them. So I agreed. So that's where the eBay came in. I washed it down, tied it up a little bit more and whatever. There'd been added bits and pieces to it, so it looked lovely. So I put it on eBay, and it did. It went sold straight away to someone down south. The insides had been professionally done by a carpenter who used to own the van previous to these hippies and whatever, and he'd done a good job inside. Not my kettle of fish. It's not been Tito had it picked and the layout had it picked, but that's just me, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, I bought it to sell it, and I did twice. So that's my weekend warrior, my project. If yous have got any similar like projects out there that you do on a weekend that you want us to see, please send them in to the link below, and I will show them. No problem whatsoever. Right, back to the Bandit. As you can see, I've painted the calipers, all 3 of them. I was going to do a gold. I said in the last video I was going to do a gold, but I changed my mind. I had a visual picture of them being gold, and the internal bit of the discs, they're standard gold, and I thought maybe too much, so what I've done is I painted them blue. All 3 of them blue. Now I've painted them with proper caliper paint. The reason you have to use caliper paint is because it's a VHT paint, it's very high temperature paint. You think you bombing it up and down, braking, bombing it up and down, braking, whatever, even if it's just normal like road bike, them calipers do get hot, and them discs do get hot if you're braking, especially in towns and whatever. So I've used proper caliper paint. Only cost me about £5, £6 for 1 can. You don't need a primer or anything like that. I warmed the garage up first, put the heaters on and whatever. Got freezing cold. It was -4 the other day. We're just turning January now, and it was absolutely bollock freezing. So I warmed the garage up and whatever, and I painted all 3 of them. Give them quite a few good coats. They're still drying at this moment in time. They're still like hang it up, as you can see, from this moment in time. And what I did was the bracket for the back caliper, like a torsion bar, what goes onto the swinging arm and goes onto the back caliper. It used to be black, so now I painted it aluminium silver, just to brighten it up a little bit more. And as you can see, I've done the chain guard from and to. Used to be black, now it's silver with a little bit of decal on it, just to spruce it up a little bit. So them are all done. I'm going to see a friend of mine when I go back to work, a couple of days time. He's got a pair of chrome headlights that he's been messing about with the bikes and whatever. He's got a spare set of chrome headlights which I'm going to get off him. Also, he may have a full set of front and back pads for the Bandit, brand new in a packet. He's never used. He thought he might have had to use them, but he hasn't, so he might have a full set. So I'm going to see him about them as well, and if I had to get them, I'll show you. So that's where we are with the Bandit at the moment. Like I say, I'm just waiting for the paint to dry on the calipers, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to fit them. Next protocol is I'm going to take the chain off, and I'm going to rub the swinging arm down, because the swinging arm's going to get a coat of paint as well, because it's looking a bit grubby and whatever. So I'm going to be on with that in the next couple of days and whatever. But yeah, it's getting there slowly but surely. I am going to put a temperature gauge on it, and get a couple of fans for the behind the cooler, and a temperature gauge put on somewhere, a digital one, so I can see how hot the bike's getting once it's going up and down all the time and braking and whatever. But besides that, everything's going hunky-dory. Like I say, he said, if you've all got your weekend warriors, please send them in so we can all share it. It'll be a good experience, and like I say, I like to show all your hard work. So like I say, if you want to get in touch with us, just put in the comments down below, and great, we'll go from there. So this is just a short one for the time being, because it's freezing and whatever. I can't get warm, so it's just a quick one just to let you know everything's going according to plan, and tickety-boo. So this is Jeff, out.